Am I on? All right. Hi, everyone. It's Christine Ruiz of ChristineDeco.com. I read something, a post. It was actually a funny post from one of my sorority sisters, but it sparked a message in me. Oh, Lord. Apparently, I'm Jungle Gym. Oh, Lord. How low is this video? Hey, Stokely. It sparked something in me that I wanted to share. It was a funny post about Atlanta, and she was saying basically nobody knows the exit numbers of any of the exits except for people who aren't from Atlanta or Georgia. And I always thought that was funny. Hi, Latangela. I always thought that was funny because when we first moved to Georgia from New York, everyone would tell us the name of the exits and never this number of the exit. Hi, Rosalind. Never the number. This boy, never the exit number, always the name of the exit. And to me, coming from New York, where we mainly knew the number of the exits, I thought it was crazy because I'm like, how would I know how close or how far I am from getting to my destination if you tell me Peachtree Street, you know, or was it Pleasant Hill, you know, Pleasant Hill Road exit or something like that? Like, how would I know how close or far I am if you don't actually give me the number? Numbers either go up or they go down, right? Thank you, Latangela. Correct. Hey, Rosalind. Yeah, Dane is all up and through this. He's feeling a little bit better. He's still got a fever. We've been giving him medicine and boobs and all kind of stuff to get him to feel better. But he's in good spirits at least. He's not cranky like yesterday. But yeah, so it used to irritate the mess out of me. Like, why doesn't anybody know the number of their exit? And then it just made me think about all the funny memes like, that's Atlanta, right? But it made me think about all the funny memes that are like, Atlanta, we're full, stop coming. And I definitely was one of the people that helped make Atlanta full because we, like half of New York and Philly and Jersey, all moved down to Georgia post-Olympics and helped to crowd it and make house pricing go up and everything else, right? So it made me think about the idea, or not just the idea, but the fact that, you know, having moved there when I did, if he's showing my bra, y'all, my apologies. We all got boobs, all right? At least women. Anyhow, it made me think about how native Georgians will always complain. Hold on, you gotta go over there because you're trying to expose me. How native Georgians will always complain about New Yorkers and people from up north moving, and then complaining. We move to Georgia and then compare everything to New York or everything to Philly. I mean, because New York has better pizza, more diverse food. We know that, right? But it did make me think. I can only imagine how irritating that would be to someone who's like, no one told you to come here, so if you're going to come here, why complain about it? And that's what just really made me think of either get over it or move on, right? And I say that because when I lived in Georgia, and I know a lot of people are there, a big complaint is, oh, there's no good men, or, you know, it's hard to find someone, all this other stuff. And I literally got to the point and felt like Georgia men, Southern men, were not checking for me. I mean, I had some relationships, but it was just like, it was always this weird, it just didn't connect. And I knew kind of things that I wanted in life and things I wanted to have, a relationship and marriage and things like that. And I got to the point that I moved. I did something about it. And so I kind of just wanted to say that and share that with other people. In life, wherever you are, if you feel that it's not pleasurable to you, it's not what you want, you're not benefiting from it, you're not growing from it, then get over yourself and move. Do something about it. Leave. Change what you can. You said Georgia men suck. Well, I'm sure there are nice Georgia men. They just wasn't checking for me, Latangela. I don't know if I wasn't thick enough or what it was, but or maybe my personality, but it wasn't working. And then it's so funny because I move up here, they just think I'm just the sweetest thing in New York. They feel like I'm Southern, right? But I'm like, technically I'm half and half. I spent half my life in New York, half my life in Georgia. But now I've been back for 4 years, so technically I've now been in New York back. You say, here I come, Texas. You better go to Texas, Latangela. But yeah, so technically I guess now I've spent more of my life back up north and in New York than in the South, but you really stop complaining. Stop. Oh, because if you complain, you're literally just continuing to bring more negative energy to yourself, more negative situations, more negative mindset, and it doesn't help you or anybody else. Nobody wants to hear the complaining. And if you're complaining, you're literally not doing anything to improve your situation. So why? Like, what good is coming from it? So that's really my message. Stop complaining and accept it, or stop complaining and do something about it to change your situation, change your environment, change your prospects, change your chances, whatever it is. But we've got to stop being so profound. I know you're being funny. It's not that profound, but it really made me think about it, because I think for so long how I just stayed stuck in my situation. I accepted it, and I was just like, well, I guess this is what it is. And I'm so glad that I had that shift, or got to that point where I was like, I'm tired of this. I was so tired of the situation that I was willing to fail. And I remember people were like, why would you move to New York? It's expensive. It's this, it's that. Our family left New York, so who goes back? You know, and my family left. Not just my immediate family, not just my mom. Literally, about half of my family is in Georgia, right? Half of my New York family has moved to Georgia. And so it was really weird. And people were like, why would you go back? Like, New York is busy, it's dirty, it's this, it's that. It's definitely expensive. But it's also rich in culture. It's really diverse in people you meet as far as nationalities, and it's full of museums. And I really miss, not that I want to go swim in the Hudson, because clearly I don't want to turn into what's that movie with the water guy? I don't want to be turn into a mutant touching up to river water. But I didn't realize how much I missed just being able to take a quick drive and see water. Being in Atlanta, we're landlocked, so to get to water you gotta go a pretty good distance to see some water that's not, I guess, well, Lake Lanier, but I think that's, you know, man-made. But I miss just being able to see the water and be by the beach. New York beaches are cold most of the year, but it's the beach. And I didn't realize how much I missed that until it was like I was just feeling that drive to just get back there. And so, like I said, I decided to stop complaining. I got so fed up that I was just like, I'm willing to fail. And I was like, if I go to New York and I fail, it doesn't work out, or I can't afford it, or Ava's not excelling there, then I will humble my butt, go back to Georgia. I'll have to move back into my old bedroom. Well, technically Falake took over my bedroom after I moved, so I'd have to move into the Kurt's old bedroom, or the guest room, sharing a room with my child, and I would have to start over, finding a job and saving up to get a place. That was what I knew I was willing to do. I was willing to fail. So either complain or do something about it, and know that failure is a possibility. But so what? Had I never left, literally there'd be one less person in this world. And I know the world is crowded. Maybe y'all feel like we didn't need another person, but this boy behind me surely would not be on this earth had I not moved. I wouldn't have met Danny, who's my amazing husband that I love, and so many things in our lives would be different had I never got so fed up that I actually just said, forget it, and I'm gonna risk it and leave. So yeah, that's my message. It's real short, because I got to do some errands and I got to run to Ava's school and drop off some paperwork. But I wanted to share that. So for wherever you are, if you complain about the men in your city and there's no good people, I also think that's just a lame complaint. I just feel like I wasn't gelling with the men that I met. But I do think it's a lame complaint, because I know there's good people wherever you are. You can't feel that you're the bomb and you're the shit and then think that you're the only one. That is arrogant. Definitely think that you are the bomb. Definitely think that you are worthy and you are beautiful and you are intelligent. But you can't sit here and think you're the only one, because that's whack. Like, that's just basically, you're just a god at that point to be like, oh, I'm just the only good person out here. Nobody else can match me. No, they might not just be in your area. You might need to get your butt up and leave. They might need to get so irritated that they get their butt up and they leave and they end up in your neighborhood. So stop downplaying everyone. Right, Vivica? And thanks for my 3 snaps, Latangela. But yeah, stop. You can't sit there and say that you're the bomb and think that you're the only one. There's more bomb people out there for you. It's just meeting a person that's for you. And I said it before. I dated someone before, and my husband, he was a great person. Just not the person for me or I for him. And I think he's still single. So if someone's in the area, he doesn't, where's he live? I know he's new. But if you're single and you're like, you know, I want to meet somebody, I'll introduce you to him. You're not a bad person, just not the person for me. I know it's probably weird for me to say that, but I'm just saying, you can meet people and it not work out, or they not end up your husband or your wife, and that doesn't mean that they're not a good person or that they're not a great person. It just means that you two don't need to be together. That's all that means. So know that. You guys have a great day. And hey Colin, how you gonna come on when I'm just about to get off here? Jeez. I might come back later, but yeah, I literally read that. It touched me, and I was like, I got to get up in here and share this word, because we need to stop complaining and actually do something about the stuff that we want to fix. Whatever it is, relationships, work. I felt undervalued at my job for a long time, and dealing with just a lot of politics and crazy stuff, even in the nonprofit world. It exists everywhere you go, and I got to the point where I was like, I have to step out on faith and do my own thing. Because one thing I know for sure, when you get paid a salary, and there's nothing wrong with jobs, and when you get paid a salary, they're going to pay you what they feel you are worth, and you're more so getting paid for your time than for your efficacy or for what you contribute. You know, you're going to get the same money whether you have a good week or not. So you can slack one week, you still gonna get that paycheck, and you can do phenomenal and bring the company a bunch of money and do a bunch of sales. You're still gonna get paid that same amount. When you get so tired that you're like, I wanna state what my worth is and charge that amount and get as much as I can get and remove that ceiling of income, it's risky. It can be hard at times. It can be scary at times. But you're stepping out on faith and you're saying, this is what I'm going to do. And you might fail. There are plenty of people that become an entrepreneur and they go back to working part-time or full-time just to get that revenue to put back into their business. Nothing is wrong with failure. It's literally just a step in that journey. Because every person who's successful failed at something a time or 10 times. Who was it with the light bulb? Didn't he say he made the electricity or the light bulb wrong 10,000 times before he got it right? But thank God he did. Thank God he kept going, or we'd still be using candles and burning shit down. And we're not, because we have electricity. So whatever it is, relationship, life, whatnot, just go for it. Stop complaining and accept it and whatever, or stop complaining and do something about it. It's worth it to pursue your dreams. You know what, Colin, and shout out to you, Colin, for being definitely inspiration and encouragement to me. But all right, I'm getting off for real this time, because y'all know I talk a lot. And if you guys aren't on my email list, drop a note. I will put the link if you guys want to sign up for my email list, because even though I don't go live all the time, I definitely like to write and share thoughts and resources and books I'm reading or audibles I'm listening to with my email list. And for any parents, like I said, for parents that are interested in modeling, I'm still writing my ebook. It's actually taking me longer than I thought, but I'm putting a lot into it. So let me know if you guys want to get on that email list as well. Because from time to time, if I hear about a casting that's not just in New York, but I've emailed castings to people that are in Georgia and LA and other places. But if you want that information, send me a note so I can edit that email list too. I have separate email lists for separate things. But all right, have a great Thursday or Friday Eve and enjoy yourselves. Stop complaining, y'all, and do something about it. Bye.